Morning Focus here with you until 12 o'clock. But right now, a call to all Clare hurling fans. Club Clare Hurling Supporters has been launched to assist the county senior side in 2017. The group says it will operate on the basis of accountability, but perhaps more importantly, in the best interests of Clare hurling. A couple of those involved in this join me in studio this morning, including one of Clare's joint hurling managers, Gerry. Gerry, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gavin. How are you?
I'm very good, and thanks for joining us this morning. We'll talk about Club Clare in a moment, but we'll talk about Clare first of all. How have the first few weeks in the job gone?
They've been very enjoyable. Everybody's working very hard, and we're very pleased with the input and the performance of all the players so far, Gavin.
The Munster League, and the grander scheme of things, it's not the most important thing, but we've seen some wins and some losses for Clare. You're probably looking at performance more than the scoreboard, I presume?
Well, we're looking at two things. We're looking at the performance of individual players, but we're also looking at trying out new formations. But most importantly, we wanted to give every player that was on the panel an opportunity to prove himself and give him an opportunity to get onto the league panel, which we'll be picking very shortly, Gavin.
Okay, so it's how important is the work then at this time of the year in terms of the league and the championship?
Well, I suppose the Munster League is really to shift the cobwebs from the winter season and get guys ready to compete in 5 very, very competitive matches. And we're really looking forward to testing ourselves. 5 massive games against in a short space of time.
Yeah.
We would have rather if there was a little bit more of a gap between the games. Ideally, you'd like a 2-week gap to give you a bit some time to get some competitive training in. But ultimately, it's an opportunity for guys to step up, and ultimately we'll be looking at those 5 competitive matches to give us an opportunity to compete as best we possibly can on the 4th of June against Limerick.
Have you seen much of a difference, or have you experienced much of a difference in the senior role than when yourself and Donal were with the under-21s? I'm guessing maybe not yet, but that'll come. There might be a bit more attention come June.
I think there's 2 real significant differences. I think it's the amount of unhurling activity that the job takes up, and then when you're looking at it from the player's perspective, the step up from under 21 to senior is purely the physicality. It's at a completely different level in terms of physicality, and we've seen that in the Munster League really up close. So this is a big learning curve for us. We've worked and have been successful with these guys at underage. The test for us, for Donal and myself and the management team, is to see are we up to the task ourselves, because it's a learning curve for us as well every day we go out.
All of this that you're saying to us, there's a little smile. It's not a big smile, but there's a small little smile on your face. You're enjoying it as well, I hope.
Absolutely, Gavin. Look, if you weren't enjoying it, there's no point being here. It's probably the most enjoyable hurling job you could have in Clare at the moment. So look, we're going to give it every opportunity to succeed and give the players the best opportunity to succeed, Gavin.
I won't ask you for predictions with regards to this or anything like that, but it sounds good in terms of your assessment of how things are going so far, and as we head into the cut and thrust of the season shortly enough.
Look, all we want to do is to every day we go out to give the best possible performance that we can, individually and collectively.
Okay. You've practiced that one before. In terms of delivering that best performance, then getting on to Club Clare, an awful lot goes into readying a county side, more than I imagine most people would be aware of. Can you give us an insight into the extent of the preparations, maybe some of the unhurling work as you described it as a second ago, and just how much work goes into getting those 15 guys out onto the field? Yeah,
well, I suppose, I think it's a fact of life now and it's fierce important to acknowledge that there's a huge significant cost attached to funding all of Clare's inter-county teams, and the Clare Senior Hurling Team is no different. And we have to also acknowledge that Clare County Board and Pat O'Donnell, our sponsor, have been hugely supportive in providing essential services and equipment to us over the past number of months since Donal and myself assumed the role. And those facilities and services include playing gear, transport, food, playing pitches, both in Caherloan and out in UL. You're looking at the gyms in Caherloan. You're looking at providing strength and conditioning and physio. So there's a huge amount of essential services that the county board have to fund. However, there are also other services and products that we feel are essential for us to succeed and to give our players the best possible opportunity to succeed. And you're talking of monitoring equipment, you're talking of stats, you're talking of analysis, you're talking of supplementing some of the products that I previously listed, and we're also helping out with the development squads in terms of bonding days, playing gear, and giving them an opportunity to succeed as well. So ultimately, it's a hugely, highly significant cost attached to running an actual inter-county team. And what we're appealing to the Clare public at home and abroad is to give these guys and these players who absolutely work tremendously hard the opportunity to succeed.
Okay, and I'm guessing that's where Club Clare comes in, and we'll bring in its chairperson, Tom Coughlan, who you may remember from his time with Clare County Council. Tom, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gavin.
And thanks very much for joining us also this morning. Tell us about Club Clare.
Well, Club Clare it's a group of people, a committee that have been established at the request of Donal and Gerry. Donal and Gerry approached me about two and a half months ago now, and they pointed out to me just what Gerry has said there. You know, the fact that there are facilities, there's equipment over and above what the team would normally have, and if the team had that, it would help them go, we say, to the next level. You get the value added from the investment in it. And I was asked by Donal and Gerry, they obviously knew that I couldn't make any contribution on the field in terms of hurling or in terms of playing hurling. So they asked me if I would take on the chairmanship and set up a group which would be a supporters club, if you like, to help to deliver the kind of resources, the financial resources that are needed. So I'm delighted to help in any way that I can. And really what we're trying to do as a group, as the supporters club, is we're trying to help give the hurlers what they need to give their best performance, which, as Gerry says, is the ultimate objective of the management team. So what we've done is we've set up a relatively small group, as I said, and the first thing we did is we prepared what we call a governance charter. You know, obviously, if we are going to be raising money from the public, there has to be accountability as to how the money is handled, sure, where the money goes, and so on. So we adopted a governance charter, which has been done, and we've been involved in a few initiatives since that. We've launched our website, and the website is live now. It's www.clubclare.com, and in fact, the governance charter is on that, and the list of the members of the group, of the committee, are on it as well. And I just want to thank them very much. Everyone is doing this on a voluntary basis. I'm doing it on a voluntary basis, and all of the members of the committee are doing it on a voluntary basis. And I think that's very important, that, you know, it's clear that it is all voluntary. So again, the names, and I won't go through them, the names of the people involved are on the website and are available there. What we've been doing is, as I said, we have the website. Next week we'll be launching a new app, and the app will allow anyone who wants to support Clare hurling to join. The fee is €25 for the year. There's a small handling fee as well, which goes to the company that's handling the actual transaction. So it's €25 for the year, and you can join through the app. You can join on your phone, you can join on your laptop or whatever. The app has been developed by a 6 Mile Bridge company, and we're very happy to be associated with a local company in this. Clubify is the company, and it's actually, the app is in use already in a number of clubs. So it's a very convenient, very easy way to pledge your support and to actually support Clare hurling, and we're hoping that a lot of people will take that up. There obviously will be benefits to people who join. In addition to having the opportunity to support Clare hurling, they'll also be getting news, they'll be getting updates, they'll be getting team news in advance of, the members will get team news in advance of the media and the general public. So there'll be a lot of, and I think if you look at our website, you'll see, you know, we are getting pretty professional in what we're doing in terms of having video available and in terms of the commentaries and matches and photos and so on. So what we're trying to do really is we're trying to give what we can to Clare supporters, and we're saying to them, please support Clare hurling, because obviously the more you give, the more you get.
There was a former supporters club. This is a new group, to make that very clear to people at home. Do you anticipate, Tom, it being popular? I mean, we've heard from Gerry's point of view the need for fundraising with regards to the senior county side, but I mean, Clare hurling fans are as passionate as they get. So you see many of them taking part or getting involved?
Well, we hope so. Again, it's very difficult. You know, we can't obviously put numbers on it, but Gerry and Donal have prepared, you know, a list of the requirements that they have. We know how much that is. It's around 200,000 mark. So that really is our target, but as I say, it's not our limit. you know. But it certainly is our target. And to date, as I said, you know, we have started a number of initiatives, and we'll be rolling out more during the coming months. One of the initiatives we have on the go at the moment is scratch cards, and some of your listeners may have seen and hopefully have bought the scratch cards. They're €5 each. It's kind of an innovative way, I suppose. I don't think it's been done in Clare before, for most certainly for the senior hurling anyway. And the scratch cards are on sale at the moment, primarily being sold through the development squads. And in fact, the 25,000 of the proceeds of the sale of scratch cards, and 25,000 of what we raise, in fact, is earmarked for the development squads. So, you know, the money is going, all the money is raised is going for specific purposes, identified purposes, and you know, so anyone who buys a scratch card can be confident that their money is going in the interests of Clare hurling.
And the development squads, you know much more about this than probably myself and Tom, in terms of their importance to the senior setup. And these are guys who could be wearing Clare senior jersey in next year, 2 years, 3 years' time. Is that it?
Oh, absolutely, Gavin. I suppose if you look back to when Donal and myself started out with the development squads, Conor McGrath, Shane Golden, Patrick O'Connor, Conor Ryan, all those guys started out around the 14. So the development squads is an essential service in determining the future of Clare hurling, for sure.
Okay. It's sad in a way that you have to do this, but this is the realities of GAA now.
I think if you look at any of the successful counties, you're looking at a significant budget in terms of funding, and any way we can help and supplement the county board, and in turn absolutely give our own players the best possible opportunity to succeed. It's a fact of life now. There's a budget there, and anything that we can help to do to supplement that budget is always helpful. There's
a lot of pressures on it, clearly. There's plenty of ways to spend the money on an amateur sport.
Absolutely, and look at there is a huge amount of different products and services that will add to our performance, but ultimately we've streamlined it down to very specific products and services at the moment.
And Tom, it's for people listening here in the Banner County, it's for people listening who are from Clare right around the world as well, that you're appealing to also.
Absolutely, and I suppose one of the advantages of Clubify, of the app, is that no matter where in the world you are, if you've got a mobile phone or if you've got a laptop, if you've got a computer, you can join and you can support Clare hurling and you can keep in touch. So we think that's a very important element of what we're doing. In addition to Clubify and the app, we're also going to be rolling out corporate packages, and we'll be doing that in the next couple of weeks. We'll be holding breakfast events, possibly lunch events. We'll see how they go. Golf Classic, and we'll have a number of, I hope, of innovative events as well. We have some very innovative people sitting around the table with us, coming up with some great ideas. Very innovative ideas, I can assure you. So let's see how they run, and hopefully, as I said, you know, the more support we get, the more we can do. And the more support that we get, the better, obviously, we can, the better opportunity we can give the players to perform to their best.
And how long do you see Club Clare being in existence? It's come in with the new management, obviously, but do you see this as a multi-year project?
I'll be honest with you, we haven't even discussed that. You know, we're concentrating, we're focusing on what we have to do in the current year, in the current season, and that's our focus. So, as I say, let's see how we get on, and a lot depends on the amount of support that we get, because obviously the more support we get, the more funding we can give to Gerry and Donal, and most importantly to the team.
It's clubclare.com, the website. The app where the membership is accepted will be live from next week as well, and there's a Twitter account, Club Clare HS, as well.